What if I told you there's a way to handle all the distractions, all the client projects, the marketing, the design process, and everything while maintaining your creative freedom? Would you believe me? I hope so. Because today I'm sharing 5 time management hacks that will help you not only make more money, but be more efficient and hit your deadlines on time. All right, so stay tuned to check it out. Peace. Hey guys, before we get started, I just want to let you know I am offering consultations and I'm offering portfolio reviews on my website, Rashad.com. You can go over there, you can cop up. Merch coming soon, digital products coming soon. Link will be in the description, link will be in the first comment pinned in the comment section. All right, let's get started. Tip number 1, set clear goals and prioritize what's important. All right, so the first move, get clear on what actually matters. When you start a new project, break down what's important, what's necessary, and what's due right now, and then break it down into bite-sized goals. That way you can tackle each one each day or each moment of each day. That way you don't feel rushed and try to handle the whole thing all at once. Breaking it down helps you set priorities. It helps you break bigger projects into smaller pieces. That way you don't get overwhelmed. You don't start overthinking things. A big project can look like this big mountain you gotta climb. If you don't split it up into smaller goals, into smaller sections, you don't get overwhelmed and you're not gonna wanna finish it on time. You might start overthinking things. You might actually hit a wall of a creative block or something like that, and then you stuck, and then the client looking at you like you crazy, and then you looking at you like you crazy, and you're like, damn, normally I could do this, but now I'm tripping. Now I'm overthinking it. Now I'm starting to doubt myself, and that ain't no win for nobody. That's no fun for nobody. So breaking it down into smaller pieces will actually help you not only create more workflow, it will help you set up yourself for more success in the project, and it'll give you more clear milestones. That way you can reach out to the client and let them know where you are in the project, and you can keep them updated along the way. They're up to date on everything. They don't have to worry, they don't have to guess, they don't have to create Facebook posts about how you ain't doing your job and making you look crazy. And then it also helps me create a template for myself to follow every time I have a project come in. I know, okay, I need to knock this out first. I need to study this. I need to look this up. I need to sketch this out. Just having a clear plan and having clear priorities will help you stay organized in your process. It's important not to let everything feel like it's a fire drill, like your hair is about to set on fire if you don't get it done right now.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Your brain will make you feel that way, man. That's why I use project management tools like Asana. I use Asana on every project, and it helps me stay organized. And it also allows for me to have a place for my clients to reach me and comment, because sometimes when you're using emails, things can get lost in emails, especially when you're using one email for client projects. You getting these advertisement emails from different programs you done signed up for or something like that. You feel me? Like Asana is a direct place. Okay, they can comment on the project. They know the timeline goals. We can set up appointments in there. We can communicate on time. We can knock stuff out. We can have certain dates for each project. I would swear by Asana just because I've used it since 2018. If you're not gonna use Asana, just use something like Asana, like a project management tool like Asana, just to keep you organized on your project goals. Tip number 2, embrace time blocking for creative work. All right, look, time blocking might sound a little bit OD, but that shit is a game changer, bro. When I know that, okay, I got an hour and a half to market, I got an hour and a half to record this video, another hour and a half to design the thumbnail, another hour and a half to send out emails to certain clients or respond to something like that, it makes me feel like I'm getting things done because I'm focused on one thing at a time. You ain't gonna be bouncing from project to project if you time block your time and you set goals in each time block, right? So time block 1 is marketing. So say you're gonna reach out to 10 people on LinkedIn, 10 people on Instagram, 10 people on YouTube, whatever. And then you knock out those 30 people in that hour and a half and you reach out to all of them. Okay, damn, I got that done. I feel so much better. I feel like I can continue to build momentum. That's how you build momentum. You just break it down into smaller goals. So time blocking for me is a game changer because it helps me stay in my creative flow. Try blocking off specific parts of your day just for your design work, just for your marketing, and just for everything else that you might have planned. This will help you create your schedule going forward. Figure out when you're most productive. Like some people are morning people, some people get more productive at the nighttime, and then some people like me get productive overnight. My best ideas come to me at 1 a.m. Honestly, truly, I've always been like that. That's when the world is more quiet. That's when my brain starts to spark up. So don't feel like you're trapped by somebody else's plan. Don't just follow what somebody else got going on. Like we all see those videos where the person is waking up at 4 a.m. and they're like, 4 a.m. wake ups have changed my life. 4 a.m. workouts have changed my life. Fam, I tried that shit. I would wake up at 4 a.m., go work out, and then be sleepy for the rest of the fucking day. I said, this ain't gonna work for me, bro. So figure out what's gonna work for you and then stick with that. Don't just follow somebody else's plan just because they got a lot of followers or they got a lot of influence or they just, they just seem like they got their shit together. A lot of that shit be cap, bro. And don't feel shamed by that either. Don't feel shamed by just because you're not a morning person or you're not a night owl or whatever. Just figure out the time that works best for you. Make your time work for you. As long as you get it done, it don't matter. As long as you get it done on time, it don't matter. Other than that, you good to go, bro. When you figure out your times, that's when you should group all your tasks together. So when your brain's sparking and you're the most motivated and the most disciplined and you're feeling like your best version, that's when you should be knocking out those harder tasks. That way you can still build momentum going forward. That way when you're out somewhere, you're not near your computer and you have this bright idea, put it in your notes and then add it to your list later. Sometimes when I'm out and about or sometimes when I'm just doing something else that has nothing to do with my goals or my design projects, that's when my best ideas come out. I'm like, damn, I need to take a note of this. Like, I need to write this down. I need to know how I was feeling when I had this. That way I can channel that feeling when I come back and start designing later. The main goal here, guys, is to just be able to focus on one thing at a time and get that shit done as fast and as efficient as possible. Tip number 3, set boundaries on revisions. All right, look, y'all saw my video where I told y'all that man was texting me at 3 a.m. and calling me at 3 a.m. If you don't set boundaries, you can be getting calls at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. You could be asleep, you could be working. It's a lot, man. So if you don't set boundaries early, you're gonna end up like I did. Let me tell you. When I first started, dog, I had a certain client. He was calling me 2 a.m. to have brainstorming sessions. I just could not understand what was happening. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, why is this man calling me at 3 a.m. I'm asleep, G. I've been asleep. I've been working on this brand all night. I'm working on his shit. I'm working on my shit. I got a full-time job. Like, I was exhausted, bro. And then he'd call me, and if I picked up, he wouldn't be talking about shit. He'd be talking about things that we already answered hours ago, right? So before that, I didn't have no boundaries. So that was on me, but if you let it, these revision requests can spiral out of control. So you gotta set boundaries. I'm begging you. Don't be afraid to set a boundary with a client. That'll actually increase their respect for you. It'll increase their awareness of what you need and how you are. And if it doesn't, you don't need to be working with them in the first place. So if you're already in a project with them, finish the project, do what you need to do, provide all the deliverables and all that, but then cut it off shortly after that. Put yourself first when it comes to stuff like this, because it's a detriment to your mental health. It's a detriment to your business. If you're constantly in survival mode and you're constantly stressed and going through all this shit, you're not gonna be a good creative the way you need to be. You're not gonna be able to have these ideas to help you make all the money in the world that you want. Protect yourself. One way to protect yourself is to have everything up front in the contract that you're gonna have them sign. When I'm working on a project and I give them 3 options, each project has all of the deliverables in there, so that way they can't act like they was blindsided. And then once they pick that project, I then put it in the contract and make sure they read over the fucking contract and we both sign it, and it has every deliverable in there. So I decide how many revisions are gonna work for me. In the past, I didn't do that when I first started, and people would just be sending back these minuscule changes. Ooh, move this over here, move this over here, move this down here, blah, blah, blah. And then you look back, at the end of it, they end up choosing the first revision. They ended up choosing the first design. We didn't change 15, 20 things. Like, who wants to put up with that shit? Especially as a creative, I don't. The more revisions, the more I'm like, oh God, another email, another message, another phone call. It's just like, all right, I had to set myself up for success. And it does take confidence. It does take audacity, because you don't know if they're gonna accept it. You don't know if they're gonna fight back on it or gonna push back on it. But you gotta put yourself first and you gotta do what works for you, okay? Don't just be accepting anything just because the money is there. That's why I would say, don't quit your job to be a full-time boss unless the money is there and you can walk away from projects without putting yourself at risk. And one last thing, if a client keeps pushing back for changes and they want more revisions, charge they motherfucking ass. Charge they ass, bro. Hit them with, look, $100 per revision. They'll get the picture at that point. They ain't gonna keep playing them games with you. $100 per revision. If you want to keep making changes, I'm getting paid every single, I don't give a if we move something a quarter inch to the left and then back, no, I'm getting paid twice. I'm getting paid both times, because if you think about it, all these revisions and all this communication back and forth is only slowing down the workflow, and it's only going to impact the timeline. So then by the end of the project, If it was supposed to be done on October 10th and y'all finished it on October 23rd, they gonna blame you. And you gonna have every step of the way. No, fam, hell no. I said this time here, you chose to keep making these changes. That's on you. That ain't on me. So if they ever take you to court, you're protected, you're locked in, you good to go. Tip number 4, minimize distractions for better focus. Hey, look, we all get distracted, but them are productivity killers. You can't get in your creative zone if you keep getting distracted by Instagram, by TikTok, by YouTube, by text, by phone calls, whatever it is. You can't get it. You can't get shit done. And as creatives, we need to be in our zone to make our best work. So what's been working for me lately is an app called Screens In. It's free. I found this in the App Store. I don't know if it works for Android, but it's been killing it for my iPhone. Bruh, Screens In got me locked in, bro. Let me tell you about this app. Not only can I schedule times when I want my apps to be locked up, but I can continue to add apps to the blocked feature. That way I can't use them. And if something really happens, then yes, I can go to Screens In and I can say, stop blocking my apps for like 30 minutes, up to 2 days, I think. That shit is perfect, bro. Like, it's helped me so much. It's helped me stay off my phone when I'm trying to get these projects done, or I'm trying to get a video done, or when I'm editing, or just whatever it is. So I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but check out Screens In. That's the one that I've been using. I don't know about one for like the computer, but just for my phone, that's the biggest detriment for me when it comes to productivity is my phone. So another thing to boost your productivity, clean your workspace, bro. Don't have it cluttered. Don't be having drinks all on your desk and like that. Nah, man, clean this shit up, bro. You at work. Even if you work for yourself, you still at work. Clean your crib up. Just make sure that all your shit is tidy, because that's a direct reflection on how your brain is and how your thoughts are. Clean up your desk, clean up your room, clean up your office space, just clean the fuck up. Tip number 5, reflect and adjust so you can continue to improve. My last tip for just time management and just improvement in general is take notes on yourself. See where you fucked up at. Be bluntly honest with yourself in a constructive way. Past month, I haven't uploaded on this channel and I hate that I've done it, right? I hated that I slipped. I hated that I started working on my website and I rebuilt my website and all that. I hated that I didn't have the time to balance it all, right? Like my brain is very one-track minded. Knock this out, finish this now, you gotta finish it. And that's what I did on my website. So if there was one thing I could work on, it would just be able to balance everything. But that's been the hardest thing in my career, right? It's just finding balance, finding time to get my shit done the way I want it to get done. So what I would say to you guys is take inventory on what you can work on, take inventory on what you're doing good, what you're not doing good, and then be bluntly honest with yourself. And you're getting better slowly but surely. You're not feeling like you're falling behind, or you're not feeling like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that's how you end up with regrets, is not even making incremental changes. If you're the same person you were last year, this year, that's a problem. You see where you can improve. Maybe once a week, check in on yourself. Check in with your client. Ask them how they're doing. Ask your job how you're doing. Ask yourself how you're doing. Ask your parents, ask your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your partner. Ask somebody. Deep down inside, you know what you need to be working on. Deep down inside, you know when you're not reaching your purpose. You know when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But in conclusion, with the right time management strategies, you can take your game to the next level. You can take your design projects to the next level. You could just be a better version of yourself. And that's really the end goal here on this channel, right? Thank you guys for being patient with me. I apologize for disappearing. Don't forget, I am offering consultations and portfolio reviews on my website. Link will be in the description. Link will be the first comment in the comment section. I love you guys. And as always, y'all be cool. Peace.